So my favorite moment that's ever happened in Dark Souls is, it was on New Game Plus, and I was going to fight the gargoyles, and I saw a summon sign down. And I summoned this guy, and you know, he did the bow, which is pretty typical, and he had a full set of armor on. He had Havel's armor on, and he took off all of his armor, and he was completely naked. And I was like, okay, why is he doing this? And I was like, oh, whatever, like, do you want to fight the boss now? I mean, I wasn't telling him this, but I wasn't sure what to do. I was, whatever. And then he put all of his armor back on, and then he took it off again. And then he did this one more time, and I realized that he wanted me to take my armor off. And it was just this
How did you feel?
Really weird, but it was kind of hilarious because this guy was trying to tell me this strange thing by just doing this action repeatedly. And so we went in there, and somehow we killed it. We killed the gargoyles without any armor, just our weapons and shield. And we just did Praise the Sun, and then he left. And it was, it was this really like bizarre, special moment, and
I need to look up Praise the Sun on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, well, it just made me realize, it kind of made me think about games differently a little bit. And I know that sounds like hyperbole, but it was like, I appreciate that I had this unique experience that probably not very many people have had, or maybe no one else has had. Have you guys had any moments like that in games where you just had this really weird, special thing happen to you that you can't replicate?
It's not really special to me, but I guess anyone that's played it, if you played Journey with someone else,
yeah,
the feeling of coming to conclusion and going through that with someone is great.
It is. Like, they're just this anonymous person, you know, and then that scene where you're in the snow and like you can lose them. Okay, let me ask you this. When you finished Journey, did you send a friend request to the last person you were with?
No, but I also am really socially inept and actually don't really like playing online with people, especially strangers, except that was an experience that actually made me feel positive doing that. Did you send a friend request to the guy that you were taking off your clothes with?
I did. I've never messaged him or played anything else with him ever again, but he's on my friends list. His name is, well, no, I guess I shouldn't say his name.
No, it's interesting what you both bring up, you know, the communication's limited. And, you know, Miyazaki said for Demon Souls, Dark Souls is like, you know, his thing was there was these people stuck on a snowy hill, and they had to push each other's cars up, but you wouldn't really get out of the car. So the people would help you up, but you couldn't really talk to them or anything like that by like gently pushing on your bumper. And it kind of evokes a weird sort of like, you know, role playing in a more traditional sense without being like completely dorky about it, I guess. Even though there's definitely some dorky stuff going on.
I played the Star Wars Galaxies beta, and it was before anyone could have mounts or anything. So I just met up with this random guy, which I don't really do that much because I'm antisocial in games kind of too. I like playing with friends, but for some reason I just partied up with this guy, and we were on Tatooine, and we just kept going out and out and out, and the world was huge at that time, and there were no mounts. So we were just wandering Tatooine for what felt like hours, and we got out there, and we both just had this feeling of like, are the developers watching us right now? Like, should we even be out here right now? So it was just this weird, like, we thought Big Brother was watching or something.
And you just felt completely lost.
Yeah. I think we were looking for Jabba's palace. Like, no one had found it yet.
Oh, cool.
So.
Wow, that's a long time ago, huh?
Yeah, it's beta. So.
You were a wee Mike at that point, huh?
Yeah.